You wasn't trained, you were trained. Those things in the book that say get a red light, you put over your bears and your bees, it'll keep raccoons out and bears out. Our trail cameras flash a red light for the infrared. If there was to keep bears out, we got bears looking at the camera, smiling. So this is a red light district. We're coming here. But I mean, it does. I mean, there's so much stuff that's written, and we fall for it because we're human. We want to do the best we could. These flow hives, I would like to have half a dozen of them. You know, flow hives. We seen one up in Rangeley. The lady said, "The lady said, how is this going to work for me to pull our honey off?" And I'm like, I don't know why you bought this, but I can tell you right now that you're going to have to get that thing and bring it, put it on your kitchen table, and get your kitchen up to about 95 degrees before this is going to flow. Because it's not going to flow. So we don't really know how she totally made out with that.
That hive was designed in Australia where it is 90 degrees.
Or
in the desert.
Because when you turn that key for that honey to flow, it's not going to flow at 65 or 70 degrees.
so what did Barnum Bailey say?
Yeah, exactly.
Cool.
That guy made a lot of money.
Every second.
Yeah. I really appreciate you guys letting me come here to talk to you guys. I always feel blessed when I get up in here. And I thought God gave me a gift. And the gift was to teach people what I know. He gives me this gift to spread it around to you guys and try to help you out to make you better beekeepers, which helps him out because he's given us all this stuff to take care of. And sometimes I'm embarrassed to find out that we lost 60% of our bees in the state of Maine. It's not necessary to lose that many bees. You just pay attention to what, you know, good beekeepers or people that are doing it, try to help you out and tell you. Anybody's always a phone call away. We're never too far to. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a class in Hartford, and that's going to be the 22nd, 23rd of March. That's free. That's down at the down by my house. But another thing is, I'm doing an open hive in August. I did one last year. And Bob said one time, geez, I'd like to come down and bring my RV down or something. Oh, you still got an RV?
Not anymore.
Oh, shoot. Anybody you know have an RV? But anyway, you guys, I have an extra bedroom. You guys are more than welcome to come down, and I'll even give you breakfast. Come to the open hive. You're going to meet different people. Last year I had a friend come from Rockland. He's he's a veterinarian. And he's from Russia. His father has bees in Russia. He came to the open hive. I talked to him a lot on the phone. And he's always asking me questions. And I'm always trying to pick his head to find out from his father in Russia, you know, what's going on.
Oh, that's cool.
So I have people in different parts, you know, of the state, plus Massachusetts, New Hampshire. So to me, it all works out. I get different people that I can contact. And I'm always throwing different stuff on them. What do you think of this? What did you hear about this? He's the one that said stuff about micronutrients. And if you go to the tips of fir trees, there's micronutrients in the tips. You know that yellow flower grows in a cluster? It's probably about this big. They used to call it, it's a plant that keeps ants away. It's really small, strong smelling flower. It's kind of invasive. But he said that plant there is good for bees too. But then when I started talking to Jennifer about the micronutrients and all this other stuff, she said she knew somebody that killed all their bees by messing with them. So I'm glad I didn't jump on the bandwagon and start.
Okay, this class you're offering, you said it was, which?
It's down 20th
March 23rd.
in Hartford.
In Hartford? You don't have any more details where in Hartford?
Oh, yeah, it's at the town office.
It's at the community building, which is right next to the town office.
Right by the sandpit when you try to go to Al's house.
Yeah, that's right, yeah.
They give me the building for free. I don't charge anybody. You come. A lot of times what I'll do is I'll just like we did here. The video didn't work, but you start reacting to people, and I know people's strengths now. I know you more now because of what you do. And I can actually pick out people in the crowd that I can go-to for more information. Like Bob will ask me questions or whatever to spark my brain a little bit, get it going. And even when I go to the clubs that I go to, I do the same thing. You know, if I do a class there, I know the strengths, you know, of the clubs. So I can pick out, say, you know, what do you know about this? And I'll just spit it right out because I know what their strengths are.
What time is the fun?
We'll do it probably around 10 o'clock.
10 to 12 or something like that?
Yeah, usually it goes over, usually we got 10 to 1 or whatever,
Yeah. Okay.
10 o'clock.
If you don't know, Hartford is about 45 minutes from us,
Right.
so you can gauge it right now if you want to go.
That's too bad.
We usually get a pretty good turnout. One time I did one at Paris Farmers in Turner, that was like, holy mackerel, it was like, what, 50
It
people
was
there?
long, yeah.
It was mob, it was standing room only, there was people all around. And, I try to make it as simple as possible, especially for the new beekeepers. I don't go into the great details that some of you will get when you go to a class. You start off with the bee has 4 wings, and abdomen, and thorax. and-
We need the practical.
Exactly, and a lot of people say that too, and I'd rather have the practical stuff than all that other stuff. And, I don't know.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome, I really, really appreciate you guys having me.